Ratio and proportion. Now we're going to be talking about the difference of in every and for every. What are they? Well, ratio is a way to compare two quantities by using division, and proportion is an equation that says that two ratios are equivalent. Why? Helps create symmetrical patterns that are pleasing to the eye. Interesting fact, hedgehogs in colder climates, such as the UK, will hibernate through winter. So let's go ahead and take a look at the steps. Step 1, group the items. Step 2, compare the two items to each other. Or step 3, compare one item to the total. So let's go ahead and read the first question, which is write a sentence describing the pattern below. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and group the items. So let's go ahead and do that by counting 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we can repeat 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and write a sentence, either doing it by comparing two items or comparing one item to the total. And now we're going to go ahead and group the items with the rectangle so it's a little bit easier to see. Now we're going to write a sentence comparing the two items. As you can see, now it is for every two red circles, there is one green circle. Now you may be wondering what happens if you choose the other way. You can do it. So we can write for every green circle, there are two red circles. Okay, that's comparing two items. So you're comparing two items in one particular group. So now we're going to go ahead and compare one item to the total. So we can compare two in every three circles are red. So we're just looking at one box or one rectangle. And then now we're going to go ahead and do the other way. If you guessed it, it is one in every three circles is green. Okay, that's how you compare one item to the total. So now let's go ahead and see what happens if they give you a scenario for you to do. So let's go ahead, read the question. Draw a circle pattern to match the given scenario. For every blue circle, there are three black circles. So now we have to figure out, are we comparing two items or are we comparing one item to the total? Okay, well, so we are going to be comparing two items. Okay, so we have one blue circle. And how many black circles do we have? Well, we have three black circles. This is one scenario for the question, but you can always do more. So what happens if you, and now we're going to go ahead and group that, and then what happens if you add another group? You're still going to have the same scenario. So you can add, so now we have two blue circles, but we have six black circles. Okay, so now we can go ahead. What happens if you want to do one more group? That's okay. You still have the same scenario. You're still comparing the same amount of one blue circle and having three black circles right next to it. We're gonna do one more just for the fun of it. So we have 4 blue and 12 black. Okay. So now let's go ahead and take a look at example 3. Let's read it. Draw a circle pattern to match the given scenario. So we have 3 in every 5 circles are purple. So are we comparing two items or are we comparing one item to the total? So in this particular case, we're comparing one item to the total. So we have 3 purple. Okay, so now what's my total? Well, my total is 5 circles. So we're going to add 2 more to get 5 total circles. So we're going to go ahead and group that one. And what happens if you want to add another group? You can do so. Okay, so we have on the next group, we still have 3 purple circles and we still have 5 total circles in that particular box or rectangle. But as you can see now, we have 6 purple in total and 10 total circles. So let's go ahead, if we add one more, you can go ahead and do so. And if you want to add another, and that means we now have 12 total purple circles and 20 in total. Okay? And then one more, and finally one more. So you can keep going and going until your hand gets tired. But at a certain point, you only ask for one, so we only need one of these scenarios. Okay? Now it is your turn, so go ahead and pause the video so you can answer these questions in your own time, and I will show you the answers in 3, 2, and 1. Here are the answers. If you got them correct, well done. If you didn't, there's always tomorrow.